Hey traders, Joseph here from Eightcap. Welcome to today's market update for the 26th of October. So we're just going to start with a bit of a wrap looking around the markets, and so far today we've seen it's been a mixed day for FX, the safe havens. We're seeing in front of us some declines from the three main risk majors to the USD. The Aussie dollar, I am keeping an eye on it because there's a new lower high sitting up here. We did already have one trend break, and we're just wondering if this decline that we are seeing here at the moment, if that is going to continue with a new leg lower. So just looking here, we can see this lower high. We have a couple of trend breaks, so the main trend break, and we have another trend break here, and really call this a trend. Would start looking at really from this support point down around that 70.42 area. So I'm just looking to see is if this session does gather some momentum, this move here does gather some momentum, and if we do see sellers do start to push a bit of a move lower, which could, if it does get some a bit of pace behind it, potentially could see a test of that support level, but that really would need a bit of help from the USD to get going. And at this point in the session, it's nothing more than really just a very light concept right now. So we'll just have to see how things progress into tonight's European and London session. Now it's the same really over on the Euro. We're seeing just a bit of resistance at the moment from this level here at 1866, so until that's level it has been beaten. Friday was a pretty solid day for buyers, but that hasn't carried forward just yet. We need to see that resistance broken to say that this trend that is currently in motion to continue to keep on continuing on. Sorry for the fancy words just then. Now the pound has continued lower today. It's after two sessions lower to end last week after last Wednesday's positive news on both parties looking to get back to talks to try and bring about an agreement to the exit from the EU. So that will continue to just progress as we see new updates coming in, and we'll just have to see if anything positive comes out to really shake out what's a bit of selling that we've seen now for 3 days. And now if we just have a look at the dollar CAD, the dollar CAD's had a good day, and mainly just because oil's opening quite lower, and the USD is mildly stronger at this point in time. So for the dollar CAD, we're watching 31.11 as support, and there is a little bit of resistance being tested at the moment at 31.53 to 55, and there's further resistance up at 32 even. So if we do see a rally, that will be the next test. We'd like to see what happens if buyers reach that point, and if they're able to push through that level. We've seen a couple of attempts previously that have failed, but that current support there, until that's broken, that we are looking at a range, and the further possibility of buyers to continue just to hold their ground. And so to keep an eye on that support level, and if we do see a rally, keep an eye on that resistance level there. Now over to the yen, we've seen, like I just said, we've seen a bit of a mixed bag. So while risk has been lower to the dollar, we are seeing gains to the yen. So the Aussie is pretty much flat, but it's shaken off a bit of a weaker start, and we've seen the euro pushing at Friday's close, and another higher low sitting up here, another rejection of selling this morning. But for the time being, we have been stuck around this level for a small period of time, so we'll be looking for a break of Friday's high. There's still not much of an overall trend going on. It's quite a boxy 1, 2, 3, 4, fifth point here, so it's at the midpoint as well of a bit of consolidation. So there's not much really going on there. We'd just like to see if buyers do get momentum, if there will be a new test of the highs here, but it's still a fair way away, and we need to see a fair bit more from buyers to sort of get back up there, as that's really, we're talking a distance of 0.5% from current position. Now the pound has been fighting back from earlier losses, but again the market is really just sideways and consolidating, so there's not too much there at the moment. And dollar yen has been fighting back at the moment. So while we've got support really at 2 points, we've got some new short-term support at 104.58, and then we've got that longer-term support down at 104.45. So we still have a trend break here. We have that very fast pullback. This is all inside bar action at the moment. So we'll be looking to see if this does fail and start to fade, if we do have a new push lower, but if not, if we do get a new higher low, that could be suggesting we could see further buy momentum and maybe a move back to 105 possibly to test this resistance up at the 105 50 area, and that was the area that really stopped last time and led to that strong sell-off, which there was a few other influences for that reason as well. Now finally, we just want to touch on stock indices and futures, because this morning some pretty negative news came out that the US have recorded their highest record ever daily coronavirus cases, and the White House has also said that they may not be able to control the outbreak. So forgive me if I've got that wrong, but that's what I got from the headlines this morning. Now this is reflected pretty negatively because we've seen some moves lower on the US 30 in the out of hours. So we closed at around that 28,304. We opened with a gap lower, and currently at the moment, since the close of last Friday, we're 0.5% lower. So it's something to just keep a bit of an eye on. We are testing support down at this level now, and a break through this level could signify that this trend is continuing. Now the German 30 has been a fair bit more active today, and we had a gap lower on open, and we've seen some pretty solid selling today, and we're currently down 1.36%, closing on the European and London Open. So looking at the German 30, we're back at kind of demand support area here at that 12,493 area, and that really does run up to the 12.5 as well. So we will be looking to see if buyers can once again come in from this area. We have seen previously even all the way down to 12,309. When price has been down around this area, we have seen buyers come back in and sort of save the day. So we will be watching this tonight to see if there is a run, and if there is a run, do we see new demand once again come in and hold the line from this area. But if we do see a break of that area, and as with the US 30, if we do see a break of that short-term support, there could be signaling that sellers are in control at the moment. So a couple these levels and areas to look at tonight on the European session open. But that's it for now. Just keep an eye on the headlines coming out of the US RE around the US election and with the ongoing pandemic, and there is no high impact data coming out tonight. So that's it for today's report, and we thank you very much for watching and listening. I do apologize, it's gone over 8 minutes. It's a bit longer than expected, and we wish you the best for the rest of your trading day, and until tomorrow, bye for now.